Being someone who experienced childhood in the early 2000s into the 2010s, a lot of the nostalgia I feel is through a certain style of digital media, and that's why I think digital horror hits so hard. So here's a few of the digital horror videos and concepts that I find most effective. Unsettling liminal spaces. Liminal spaces have really grown in popularity over the last few years, especially with the rise of the backroom. I'm sure you've seen those slideshows on TikTok or Instagram that consist of multiple pictures that look like a place you've been before in your childhood, but it's even better when they're dark and creepy. It adds a nice horror aspect to your childhood memories. It's like giving you nostalgia for something that's terrifying, even though you didn't actually experience it. It really adds on to the feeling when they pick the right music to go along with it, which the short-form content creation platforms always choose such good nostalgic music for these. Can't tell you how many hours I've spent just in a trance mindlessly scrolling these images because it hits so hard. Dog nightmares. In this horror series by Piggy Soda, the first few videos show clips from an old children's show where it depicts a dog with human traits doing human tasks.
Oh, what is it? You need to replace this part. What? You need to replace this part.
But after watching for a minute, we realize that there's something wrong with this footage as the dog with human traits begins to stare at the person with dead eyes, sort of like a creepypasta. Then after the first few episodes, it seems to depict a person who is putting up missing posters of their dog and logging details in a journal. At this point in the series, I don't think we know all the details as to why this person keeps filming the show and what the correlation is between her dog and the dog from the show. There's some really creepy scenes in these videos, and I highly recommend you go check it out. By the way, I'll be putting the links to these in the description. Chz Kids Archive. Probably one of the most popular on this list. Within the last year, Chz Kids Archive has really gained popularity because it encapsulates the genre really well. Honestly, when I think of digital horror, this is the first series I think about. The aesthetic is really convincing, and it's exactly like an old Flash game I would play in school when I was 10. In this ARG, there is a Chz Kids website and a YouTube channel dedicated to uncovering all of the lost media from this old, early 2000s kids game website. There's a considerable amount of lore here, so if you're looking for a new horror series to binge, this is a great one. Old Minecraft Reuploads. Minecraft is a game that just about everyone has played, so this should resonate with a lot of people. Minecraft is a huge, empty game, and I think that alone terrifies people. A bunch of nothingness, and you're used to playing this game alone, so the thought of another entity lurking in your world is really terrifying. I think it's really convincing too, especially since it's in the earlier Minecraft versions. This is exactly why I still don't play Minecraft alone. The first video in the series starts out pretty normal, with the user showing off their base. Then near the end, there's kind of a quick flash of a black screen with a half-heart health bar before the video ending abruptly. You'll notice as you keep watching these videos, they keep adding subtle details and not over-the-top horror or jump scares, which I think is pretty effective. Unfortunately, it ends in suspense, and I don't think we're getting any more uploads because this whole ARG has been abandoned as the last upload was from 2 years ago. Petscop. I believe this one is the most popular one on this list. Petscop uses a TGIF, or This Game I Found format, similar to a creepypasta, but isn't quite the same thing. It's a playthrough of a game that isn't real. In this series, the protagonist, Paul, records and narrates his adventures playing this game.
Exactly what I described.
And honestly, when I saw the first episode, it had me fooled, as I thought it was a legit game. That's how well done it is.
Alright. So there's nothing out here, as far as I've seen. But actually, I think there is something out here. I just haven't seen it yet. Because it sure seems like, in this note here, it sure seems like, right, I'm supposed to come out here and look at something. I haven't found anything yet, but I'm thinking if I just keep walking around here, I'm gonna find something eventually.
In this PlayStation-style adventure game, the basic premise is to collect pets and solve puzzles. Pretty simple concept, right? Well, as the game progresses, we soon realize that there's another story being told. One that relates to real-life events where a man named Marvin kidnaps his own daughter as he believes that she is the reincarnation of his long-lost childhood friend, Lena. So again, another well-done digital horror series you should check out.